Welcome everyone to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? If you're not new here, what's poppin'? But my name is Danny. I'm 23 years old, and I am 2 years on testosterone. I'm a trans guy. Hi. So we're just gonna be talking about my transition. I was supposed to do this a long time ago, of course, but even though there wasn't really no time limit, I was just like, I don't know, I just wanted to do it today. So here we are. Yeah, before we do that, I am going to take a big fat snuggeroo. Smoking on some King Palm. The paper is called King Palm, and the flavor it just says fruit passion. So let's see, I can see that. Yep. Yeah, and we're just gonna be chilling here. Now, I tried this last night with the same paper. You see that? The leaf. It's a leaf. But I never tried these. I got these yesterday. I was like, let me get some flavored paper. And I wound up getting this. Even though this is not flavored paper, this is just like a leaf, flavored leaf. But yeah, I was looking for flavored paper, and I just seen this, and I was like, let me just try it. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I've been transitioning for almost 2 years. I believe in a few months it's gonna be 2 years for me. So I'm pretty excited about that. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, this is a binder right here. Don't know what company it's from. I think it's from Rodeo. So it's basically chest compression for trans men, or males that have extra flabber on their stuff. So this is to compress the chest. That's what it's for. And for me, since I have gender dysphoria, if you don't know what that is when someone feels a disconnect from their physical body to their gender identity. Plain and simple. And yeah. So this is a chest compression. I forgot that I told them that it's okay to get green, because I thought I could get black, but I mean, this is cool either way. Yo, I wore the nicest outfit today. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was wearing a button down. It was black, gray, and white, I believe. So I was wearing white boots. Now don't clock me, don't judge me, okay? I know it was hot outside today. I wore boots. Listen, they weren't regular boots. They were just like sneaker type boots. So Dr. Martens, to be specific. But yeah, so yada yada, transition, hi. How I started out was me being 11 years old and me going through puberty is when I first recognized that something was wrong. And it was very hard for me to express that, because I've never saw anyone trans that was trans. At least trans men, I've seen transoid, but I haven't really seen a trans man. And around the time I figured this out, I still didn't see trans people in general. So it was only until I grew up 15, 14. So 11 years old, I was I didn't know who to tell. Who could I tell, because I didn't know who would like judge me or like make fun of me or tell me that I need help or something's wrong. Like I just didn't want to have a negative connotation, and that's why I've been trying to hold it off for years, even until like 21 is when I started transitioning. Like, yeah, it was like 21. So yeah, like I was very self-conscious about what other people thought about me at the time, because I was like, I didn't know, I didn't have nowhere else to go, and I was young as hell. So I was like, people are gonna like brush it off and be like, you're just like confused and stuff like that. So I didn't want to deal with all that. But you know, coming into my transition from like probably like 21 to like now like 23, honestly it hasn't been like, to be honest, I don't know if a lot of trans men experience this, but before I transitioned or decided to transition, I identified as a masculine lesbian, and even then I would still be referred to as he. I was still getting kicked out of female bathrooms because I looked like a guy. So I didn't really have a problem in like presenting as who I am. It's just, again, the body parts was what was like the obstacle. You know what I'm saying? It was a comfortability thing for me. Like I wanted to feel comfortable in the way I presented. Like sure, like I was presenting mass, yada yada, but that's for other people, because that's what they see. But they don't see like what's physical about you beyond the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I was only doing it for me. But I think around 19, 20, I was like at a shelter. And no, from 19 to 20, I was like somewhere else, but like similar to a shelter. I started moving into a shelter like at 20, 21. Yeah, 2021. 2021 is actually when I started my transition. So that was like socially first, like giving myself he him pronouns, like changing my name, stuff like that. That's when I started the social part. But the physical, the medical part was when I think, again, like probably like 21, like 22, 23. It's literally been almost 2 years. So yeah. But yeah, I was like, before I didn't want people to judge me because I didn't want to be kicked out. I didn't want to be disowned, like, and a lot of people go through that, as our community does. And it's just sad because it's like, it's over something that you cannot control. Like, as far as being yourself, sure, you can like present a different way, but the way you feel inside can't change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird how that's criticized, but a lot of things aren't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. But that's how what I was thinking. I was like, of course it's gonna be just, I'm gonna be discriminated against, stuff like that. But 20, 21, 22 is when I realized I'm like I'm old as hell. Like I'm literally on my own. Like, why am I worrying about what other people think? And that's when I started to transition. I started off with the gel. And if you don't know what that is, it's testosterone, stuff like that. You get it from your doctor, they prescribe it to you, and stuff like that. So it's like, and that's when I was diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Now, again, for those of you that don't know, gender dysphoria is the feeling of discomfort or distress between your biological sex and your gender identity. Simple as that. Um, and the crazy thing is, this can happen to like cis people and trans people too. Like everyone can experience this, but I think cis people experience it differently. If you don't know what cis is, man, we gonna be doing a whole vocabulary. But if you don't know what cis is someone whose gender identity and sex correspond with each other from birth until present. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like, everybody can experience gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is not specific to trans people. Um, Although it may seem that way, it really isn't. Um, for example, a cis woman could experience gender dysphoria by the size of her boobs. Females like women specifically that experience like a discomfort in the size of their boobs may experience gender dysphoria because they feel like their boob size is not related to who they are as a woman. So, and this can happen for bigger boobs, smaller boobs. It depends. So, they either get a reduction or they get they get a breast implants, that good stuff. But that's basically what that is, and that's what gender affirming care is. Like, gender affirming care is basically any type of procedure that could affirm someone's gender. See how easy this is? We need to listen, right? But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because, like, I'm thinking of Pride Month, right? I'm thinking of, like, my experience with, LGBTQ community, like cis people, straight people, religious people, like, everybody in between. And it's just, like, honestly, what I've noticed from it is I've really got to stop, like, listening to other people's, like, criticisms. Because, first off, for those of you that don't know, there are many definitions of man and woman. So if you don't know, then search it up. If you look up the definition, what is man, they'll show you Webster, Merriam-Webster. They'll show you the definitions. So with that being said, there are a lot of things that go into being a man just within the definitions alone. The experiences a whole different subgenre, you know what I'm saying? Like, my experience as a guy, my experience as a man, growing up, a trans guy, going from, like, I don't know, fucking little girl to a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's gonna be a whole different experience from, like, someone who grew up boy, who, like, was born boy and grew up to be a man, you know what I'm saying? But either way, by the end, we're both gonna have a similar experience when it comes to our gender, and that's what matters. Like, that's what matters. So, honestly, I just don't be caring sometimes, because it's like, why like, first off, like, why bother, like coming for someone just because you have a different opinion about what is gender or what is your gender, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people have different experiences. Sure, there are people that, like, try to play around and, like, fuck with the system and be like, oh, I'm a guy when I'm really a girl, or I'm a girl when I'm really a guy. Like, but at the end of the day, they know they are men, they know they are women. So it's almost like people are targeting us because they just don't like us. Not because we pose a threat, but just because they don't understand us and they don't want to understand us and they don't like us. But, it's okay. It's okay. Because honestly, I get it. If like you're successful, and, I want what you have, I would be upset too. I'm just saying. But that doesn't give like anybody the right to like harm someone just because they have a different viewpoint. Like, for example, when religious people tell LGBTQ people that we're gonna go down there, we're gonna go to the deep pits of HE double hockey sticks, and I'm like, okay, sure, free speech, but like, we also have the right to ignore you. We also have the right to say like, yo, get out of our face, bro. Like, what the fuck, like. And you can't get mad either because, again, free speech, right? Like, it's weird because, like, not all religious people, but majority of religious people that I've encountered, this is my experience, don't twist my words or anything, but most of the experiences I had with fucking religious people, they were literally just like, they thought I was the most monstrous, like uncomfortable being in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I didn't say anything, even if I didn't say like at the time I was a stud or like a lesbian, a masculine lesbian, they'd be so weird. They would just be like, they look at me and they're like, oh, that's a guy. But like when they hear my voice, they're like, that's a girl? And then when they see my attitudes, but like when they see my sex, they're like, oh, yada yada yada, and they try to like guess your fucking whole history and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, like, like relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's crazy. But I mean, it is what it is, though. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit's crazy. Cause like what, like. That shit's still crazy though, but like, I'm just saying, like, damn, like. And again, I could be the most calmest, chillest person you ever be, but because I have a different viewpoint about how I am, about who I am, not about who you are, but who I am, it's a whole, like you would think that like I ran over someone's fucking puppy or something. Like, that shit's wild, bro. Like, I don't know. But like, yeah, honestly, let me talk about something else real quick. So, like with my goal with my transition, to be quite frank, is, first of all, body type. I'm achieving to be like Baki. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my goal, body type. Attitude, just the way I am, the fuck. Like, activities, honestly, like, I'm a football person. Like, I love football and stuff like that. But, like, I also have been looking into voguing. If you don't know what voguing is, look it up. I can't explain it to you right now. One, because of this, but two, I just can't explain. It's something that you cannot. It's something that someone can't explain without either showing or demonstrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that that needs to be seen in order to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like, I don't know, like, it is crazy though. So, I mean. Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying, like, that's what I'm trying to get into. I also do dance, so I've been got into that. Like, I do dance all the time, so like hip hop and like and pop rock to be specific, but I'm not famous or anything, obviously, but I do it on my own free time. You know what I'm saying? If you want that, make sure you write that in the comments or some shit. But yeah, like I was doing a lot of shit. Like I was doing football, I was doing dance. I was literally doing arts and crafts and shit. Like a skateboard, shit. But yeah, I miss something about my appearance. I want to have like luscious hair. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm probably gonna like get my dreads back and be Diesel. Yeah, that'd be lit. But yeah, I'm trying to get that. And I'm trying to look like Baki. Like I want to have bigger shoulders than this. I want to have like more muscle than this, and then I want to grow out my hair. And if I wear that shit in a ponytail, oh, and I want facial hair too. Like as you can see, it's growing. But I'm gonna show pictures. Like if you like look at my Instagram and shit, yeah, it's growing. But yeah, if you wanna hear more about like you know the experience of a trans person, I'd be happy to share. But this is basically just like my story about like my experience. So yeah, if you want that, make sure you put that in the comment section. Thank you. And make sure you follow my socials. I have TikTok, I have Instagram. I think those are the only two things I have, and I have Twitter, but I don't. That's probably gonna be like for something else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Honestly, I'm ready. Oh, also, GG. Oh. Sorry, I'm talking to my cats. So yeah, I'm gonna get more bigger, and honestly, this shit would look better if I was a little more bigger. But this is just for me to like hide my chest and shit. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. My experience with like trans people versus cis people, honestly, it's like I don't even, bro. I swear to God, it's a non-prediction type shit. Like, you would think like you're like in a dream. Like every time you dream, it's a different fucking dream. Like, it's out of this world. It's fucking idiotic. Like everything in between, bro. Like a lot of shit. Like what? You get inappropriate questions to people judging your character just because you transition and shit. Like, for example, like I've been feminine as far as attitude, but like when I went from like female to male, I was still feminine, but people judged that even though I was always feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so weird. And then people picked at like, oh well, if you're feminine, you must be a woman. Like, what? Like males aren't feminine. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people just be weird sometimes when it comes to like how people tell things and how people observe things, because it's like you observe in any other situation, but you just want to sit here and make a point. The point that makes no sense, because in any other situation it would be the same shit. It's not like it's inconsistent. But anyways, yeah, that shit's stupid. Like, what? Like, but yeah, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my experience was okay. Like, the main point. Listen, I know I'm like this like fucking almost 25 minutes, but listen, my experience is good. Like, I have no problem with people seeing me as a guy, because I am. So, I perceive it. I am that. Good, right? But there's a lot of like speculation and like opinions about trans men, and then it's just like, I know who I am, but people want to challenge and like try to own like someone's identity so they can be right and make judgment based on that right. But it's like, when they can't get that right, like for example, when they see a woman and they're like, oh, women are weak, and then they see a woman fucking lift 1,000 fucking pounds, and they're just like, oh, well, that's because she's probably a trans woman. Like, what? And then they would see, bro, and then they would see all of this information about her being female, but they're still like, oh, well, she's probably taking testosterone. Oh, well, okay, well, so what? Like, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, even if we don't have trans people in the picture, people are still going to do the most weirdest shit you've ever fucking seen. It's like, it's crazy. And then people think it's that big of a deal when it's trans people. No, it happens to everyone. Everyone has experienced someone judging their gender based on what society thinks of that gender. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so weird, because it's like, damn, like, you can't control that, obviously, but what you can do is control your character. Don't let the assumptions consume you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people like judge me based on like, oh, well, oh, why did you transition if you're gonna be feminine? Because I'm feminine. Like, control the situation. Don't let someone just like judge you based off of like what they think of you, because that doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot, bro. But hey, this shit doesn't happen overnight. Like, I had to learn this for like fucking 15 years of my life. Like, from the moment I left the womb, I had to learn this. Like, it took too many tries, too many consequences, and too many regrets. And I'm just like, damn, like, but now we here, and we existing, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna continue to live, honestly. I have to see where this life goes, you know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't have all these opportunities, I would still make it worthwhile. Like, for example, even if I lived back then, where they didn't have trans people, existing, or like not even acknowledged, you know what I'm saying? I would still make it work, I would still, like, if I'm uncomfortable with my body, I would still make adjustments to make sure I'm comfortable, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still act the way I act, and I wouldn't have to, I'm not explaining myself, just like I do now. I'm not explaining, like, I don't explain myself, so it's like, I'm good right now, but, yeah. Anyways, listen, before I end here, make sure you follow me on my socials. I have Instagram, I have TikTok, and I'm probably to put my Twitter, I don't know, let's see, but, yeah, this is gonna be, a pretty long video, but I hope this video gets through, because, I want people to hear what I have to say, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you follow me, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you like the content, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you comment your thoughts, questions, honestly, whatever you want. Just don't be weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So yeah, make sure you tune in next time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably gonna do a whole lot of other videos. A lot of videos are coming out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do fucking, I gotta do another video. I forgot what video it was, but it's saved. So you gonna see that video after this one, because this one is more longer, so I have to edit this. So that video is going to be out, this one's going to be out, and make sure you tune into both of them. Write your thoughts, write your thank yous, and happy Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot to say that because I love my community. I love the people in my community. I love how we have different personalities, different experiences, different stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're a very diverse group. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never gets boring over here. So, like, I just want to say thank you to my community. My community, like trans, non-binary people. Love y'all to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all some real ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else, happy Pride Month. For the allies, stay being an ally. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anyone try to like judge you based on like what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand your shit, walk your shit, talk your shit. No, I'm just like, let me stop. But like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you do what you gotta do. Like, because no one's gonna like love you more than yourself, and no one's gonna take care of you better than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you stay proud of who you are. And for those of you that are closeted, that's not out yet, it's okay. Like, you can do whatever feels right for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let anyone force you out, but don't let anyone try to keep you in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have an outlet, use the outlet. Use the creativity. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the most out of your life without it hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I just want everybody to know that, like, trans people are still gonna exist. We still out here, and listen, no matter what you say, it won't matter. The only thing you can do is let people live their life. If they're not hurting you, if they're not posing a threat to your, life, like actual threat. I'm talking about if they're not like Jason type threat, or like Michael Myers type threat, or like a fucking ghost type threat, leave them alone. Like, let us live, bruh. But yeah, like, and that goes for everything. That goes for, LGBTQ people. That goes for black people. That goes for people of color. That goes for, like, anyone that is different.